And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I know I can feel it all the way across the room. I can feel it coming from the camera. I can feel it from your living room or office computer. But there's something you missed. There's something you missed. Wait a minute. We'll see. Folks, it's that time. Now, yesterday, I did not miss this, and I'm going to play you a video, okay? And, I mean, if you don't know what your wang doodle is, you'll find out what your wang doodle is in a minute. Well, if you don't, I mean, we are. Now, do you have a picture of Mr. Kennedy and Horowitz, our beloved Louisiana senator? You got that? Can you put that up? Now, when we go to this video, it's very important, Amanda, that I'm able to hear it. I don't have a screen across the room. We have all of our equipment. Our main equipment is over at the ball fields for the tournament that we're doing, the Dizzy Dean tournament. So we're working off backup equipment in here, and I do not have a monitor. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this video. And it's going to take a couple minutes, but sometimes me explaining it and you hearing it for yourself, I would rather bring it straight to you, okay? So Senator John Kennedy, yesterday from Louisiana, we're going to find out what your wang doodle is. You're going to want to stay because you want to need, demand to quit looking at me. Now you're going to find out about your wang doodle, all right? And he questions the Inspector General. Now you remember Horowitz comes out and he says in his report he cannot find political bias. Now keep that in mind as you're watching this. He cannot find political bias. Take us to the tape. Make sure I can hear it.
In theory, yes.
Okay. I want to read you some of the emails and text messages that came out of your report. These were all emails, instant messages, and text messages by senior members of the FBI. They were involved in the Clinton email investigation, the Russian investigation, the Mueller investigation, and in some cases, all three. 8/16/2015, Peter Strzok, quote, Bernie Sanders is an idiot like Trump. 2/12/2016, Lisa Page. I'm no prude, but I'm really appalled by this, so you don't go looking in case you haven't heard. Trump called him the P word. The man has no dignity or class. He simply cannot be president. 2/12/16, Peter Strzok. Oh, Trump's abysmal. I keep hoping the charade will end and people will just dump him. The problem then is Rubio will likely lose to Cruz. 3/3/16, Lisa Page. God, Trump is a loathsome human. 3/3/16, Peter Strzok. Oh my God, Trump is an idiot. 3/3/16, Lisa Page. Also, did you hear Trump made a comment about the size of his, I'm not going to use the word, it rhymes with wang doodle. Rhymes with wang doodle. The size of his D earlier. This man cannot be president. Day after the election, 11/9/2016, FBI employee, quote, all the people who were initially voting for her would not and were not swayed by any decision the FBI put out. Trump supporters are all poor to middle class, uneducated, lazy pieces of S that think he will magically grant them jobs for doing nothing. They probably didn't watch the debates, aren't fully educated on his policies, and are stupidly wrapped up in his unmerited enthusiasm. 11/8/2016, you think by FBI Agent 1, you think HRC is going to win, right? You think we should get some nails and boards in case she doesn't? Same day, FBI Agent 5, she better win, otherwise I'm going to be walking around with both of my guns. Day after the election, 11/9/2016, FBI Attorney 2, I am numb. FBI Attorney 2 later, same day, I am so stressed about what I could have done differently. Last one. Day after the election, FBI Attorney 2, I just can't imagine the systematic disassembly of the progress we have made over the last 8 years. The Affordable Care Act is gone. Who knows if the rhetoric about deporting people, walls, and crap is true. I honestly feel like there's going to be a lot more gun issues, too. General, do you believe in the tooth fairy?
Nope.
Do you believe in the Easter Bunny?
Nope.
Do you believe that Jimmy Hoffa died of natural causes?
Not based on what I've read.
Do you honestly believe that the American people are going to look at this report and look at those emails and not believe that there was bias and people acting on bias and that the fix was in at the FBI?
I completely understand the concern, Senator, and that's why we've laid all this out here, and that's why we found that it impacts the credibility of the handling of the investigation. And what we say here is not, as Senator Crapo mentioned, which is that there was no bias, but rather what we were asked to look at was whether the specific decisions we reviewed were affected by bias. And those particular decisions here that we're talking about were decisions made mostly by the prosecutors, not by any of the individuals you just indicated there, and where there was that concern, which was in October, where Agent Strzok.
Okay, folks, we're back. Are we back? I can't see it in the screen. Are we back? Okay, folks, we're back. You know, about 3:45 this morning, I had the senator from Louisiana, John Kennedy, explain the old Wang Doodle. Now, I don't know that I can hear Wang Doodle again the rest of my life. Whatever days God has planned for me on earth, Wang Doodle is impressionable. I mean, I think I may say that at the ball game tonight. There's old boy on second base. Yeah, we know him as Wang Doodle. I'm just telling you, that one has me. Do you believe in the Tooth Fairy? No, I don't believe in the Tooth Fairy. You believe in the Easter Bunny? No. You believe Hoffa died of natural causes? Actually, that's my favorite one because the Inspector General says, not according to what I've read. I want to be careful on that one. You know, Easter Bunny, I'm not looking for anything to happen. Tooth Fairy, I'm not looking for the Tooth Fairy to shank me. But you start discussing Hoffa, there may still be some guys out there. I want to go easy on that one. So the impact and credibility, okay, the impact and credibility of the report. Now, what you think I missed in the first segment with the deep state media creating the illegal border crossing crisis was, but you are not talking about what they are trying to keep the American people from hearing. I didn't miss it, folks. I wanted to get it in here. Because let me tell you something. You did not watch CNN. You did not watch Good Morning America. You did not watch whatever they do on NBC, okay? You did not watch Lester Holt. You did not watch whoever's on. I mean, I don't know. I know a bunch of those people went to touching women and doing things like Matt Lauer, and they're out, so I don't know a lot of the new faces, okay? You did not see on CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, you did not see these reports this morning. You will not. MSNBC opened up with Kirstjen Nielsen is a liar. She is the head of Homeland Security. Nobody has touched this. You got to understand this report. They knew the IG report. If you do not believe there's a deep state, you have I apologize for sounding this way because I don't have a lot of really nice words today. I'm tired. You got a problem, okay? You got a problem. We got some oceanfront property in Arizona. George Strait said, just for you, check with our real estate realtor because we want to sell it to you now. If you don't believe there's a media deep state, is that the media is not part of the deep state and it does not exist. If you're not watching this fabricated set up 2 weeks ago, we have had a crisis in this country. A border crisis. Why do you think 3 years ago, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, marked 3 years since the historical announcement of Donald J. Trump's candidacy for President of the United States. 3 years. And why did he win in America? Immigration, border, build the wall, lock her up. Period. Simple. Border security, folks. The American people want border security. We love the thought of stepping back and being America first. So this fabricated crisis in the last 2 weeks has been to create a cover for a couple of things. It's been to create the Katrina for Trump. It is there created to dampen the high off coming back from Singapore. That's gone, evaporated. It is there to create the dictator Trump that is worse than Kim Jong-un could ever think of being by putting a little Hispanic kid in a cage, right? That's what it is. And then last but not least, there's no need to say that the IG Horowitz's report vindicates Trump for firing Comey. You know, I know, the IG report says Comey's incompetent. Let me tell you something. You have somebody at the top that's running one of the largest agencies in the United States, the top premier law enforcement agency, and they're called incompetent, you fire them. So Trump has every reason, nothing to do with Michael Flynn, nothing to do with sitting there. I told you a year ago, I said, you know, Trump had Comey in there, and it's the way he talks. Hey, you know, this Flynn guy, he's a friend of mine. He's a good guy, man. I hate to see this happen. I mean, you know, I don't know where we're going with all this, but I like Michael. I just hope he can get through this. That's the way Trump talks, okay? Boom, bada bing, bada boom, it's over. So IG, Rosenstein, Department of Justice, everything leads to vindicating Donald Trump for firing James Comey. But Comey sent his memos to his friend at Columbia, a professor that later got a badge that said, I work for the FBI, so that he hopes he's not in trouble for leaking FBI documents to a non-FBI employee. That put those in the New York Times illegally. But when Comey got fired and he kicked the memos up to the New York Times, just that alone. Now, if you go into court of law, the judge will not take newspaper articles. So that was enough with Comey to get even Republicans to beg, we must save the democracy and appoint a special counsel, Robert Mueller, which I've always said should never happen, and get fired. This is more than enough for a special counsel, so when is that happening? But bottom line is, it's cover these kids at the border so you don't see Horowitz, and you do not see the email list, and you do not see the bias, and you not see the vindication of Donald Trump that there was no Russian collusion. They don't want you to know that. They're keeping that clean. So you got all of that. Now look, I will take a brief break. I'm going to come back. I got one more story. I only had an hour today, but I got another story we have to do before we close. So take us a break and we'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's T-E-A-S. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Better days ahead. It's just this simple. Nobody beats Days on price. If it's a Chevy, you'll pay less at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save $4,000 off a new 2018 Chevy Malibu, or save up to $10,000 off a new 2018 Silverado Crew Cab. It doesn't matter which Chevy you choose. Nobody beats Days on price. $10,000 off Silverados and $4,000 off Malibus at Days Chevy in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellen, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. We were only able to broadcast for 1 hour this morning due to a website hosting issue for FYNTV.com that was corrected, and we got us up at 9 o'clock, so we apologize for that. But I want to finish with this last. I didn't get my 2 hours, but we're not leaving without this. Now, you know I love the guy, right? You do know. And he is my president, okay? But yesterday, Donald Trump, President of the United States, made an announcement. Go to the video, make sure I can hear it, and make sure we start at the appropriate time, please.
Hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the 6th branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement.
It would be the first new branch of the armed services since the Air Force was created in 1947. Less than a year ago, Secretary Mattis told Congress, "I do not wish to add
Space Force. I'm like, really? I thought it was called NASA. Maybe we can expand Space Force. I mean, Donald, you must have watched way too many damn Jetsons. Too much time you spent in front of the TV watching the Jetsons. Space Force. I'm like, all right, so we got 5 branches. He's going to have a branch of the military, Space Force. let's see, we got the Marines, the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force, right? I got it right. Yeah, Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, and who else? Who else? Hey, I give you a minute. Don't you Google it. The Coast Guard. Okay? So you got 5 branches. The Coast Guard, I'm pretty sure I'm right, Coast Guard. So you got 5. He wants the Space Force. I mean, how can you go wrong with this? I'm like, Donald, what the hell? Who's George Jetson? His boy Elroy? I'm thinking, oh my God, the Space Force. So here's what I did is I said, oh, wait a minute. Can we find the Space Force a training video, an entry? I mean one that says here, you know, Space Cadet. You know, can we find that? Play that really quick. We found this video of Space Cadets in training.
Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Space Academy, USA, in the world beyond tomorrow, 2350 AD. Here the Space Cadets train for duty on distant planets. In roaring rockets, they blast through the millions of miles from Earth to far-flung stars and brave the dangers of cosmic frontiers, protecting the liberties of the planet, safeguarding the cause of universal peace in the age of the conquest of space.
What? Well, we got a date behind the Mets Hall, remember? Oh, sure. Hey, look, Roger, are you still off on that kick? What's the matter, Junior? Can't a guy buy a friend dinner?
Space Force! I can't help it, folks. I can't get enough of it. Trump started Space Force. So here's what we've done. We have exclusive video of actually on board the first Space Force command deck. I mean, here's the command deck. Here is the first crew, and we snuck on board, and we're going to find out. Here's the commander, the major, the general, everybody, and we're on deck with Space Force right now. Do we have that?
Careful, you idiot! I said across her nose, not up it!
Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best.
Who made that man a gunner?
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major Asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole, too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship, anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
Folks, I'm sorry. I had to do it. Donald, baby, you know I love you, but Space Force. Oh my God, Space Cadets, get the aluminum foil now at a store near you. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to go right now. Good morning from the office. Thank you for bearing with us on our abbreviated version that we didn't get started till 9 o'clock, but it's now time for Instant Replay with Dave Garner. And tonight, 5:45 pregame. So go to fyntv.com, find our Facebook page, stay with that, fyntv.com, and tonight at 5:45 pregame, and at 6 o'clock our first game, Gilmer versus White County, and then the second game for the championship, Towns County versus the winner of that one, and that is the Dizzy Dean 12 and under Region 6 All-Star Tournament. I'm your host, BKP. Take us out of here, Amanda.